Hey guys, welcome. It is Noel, and it is time for a live stream for the YouTube channel. Actually, this app allows me to simulcast to both YouTube and the book face. So we are simulcasting to Facebook and to the usual YouTube crowd. So we'll see how that goes. Um, Two in a row. So last night we were having a lot of fun watching Mustache Ninjas and brightly colored gear. That was a lot of fun. We played Battle Arena Toshinden. Arrow, you are the first one here, man. You are right in the door as the bell rings. So welcome to the stream. So I was just saying that last night we played some Battle Arena Toshinden. We played some cool fighting games. We watched some crazy ninjas with mustaches from the 1980s. And it was getting late, and there was a desire to kind of continue the fun and play some games like Bushido Blade. We played some Soul Edge. So we're going to keep up the theme of the very cool Japanese sword fighting games. And the first game we are going to play this evening, actually this night, it's 10 o'clock. We're actually starting this at a semi-reasonable hour. It's Bushido Blade, which for my money is one of the most relaxing and beautiful games that you can find. Whenever I get a new monitor, I always want to check out Bushido Blade because it's just one of those really early Squaresoft games. And if you know the PlayStation 1, Diego, how's it going, my brother from another mother? Very, very cool. We're gonna be playing some Bushido Blade right off the bat. I was just saying that I always want to check out Bushido Blade on every new monitor that I get because Squaresoft was such a standard bearer for the original PlayStation in terms of just knock your socks off graphics. And I say that as someone who's like legitimately not wearing socks right now because there's a Squaresoft game on. So anyway, Bushido Blade is also one of those games that is just very relaxing and well directed. It's like got this very chill vibe to it. It's like you're playing Cool Borders, except you're stabbing people. So it's good stuff. The other cool thing about Bushido Blade is that it was a very innovative fighting game in that, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, man. It's a very cool fighting game in that it doesn't actually have a life bar to it. It's literally like sword fighting. So if you get a good shot, that's the end of your enemy. You can kind of like wound your enemy. Squaresoft was so innovative. Back in the mid 90s, they were just really spreading out their wings and producing not only the best RPGs, in my opinion, but they were also doing some really innovative stuff with fighting games, with things like Tobal #1, Bushido Blade, and then ultimately, I'm always going to kill the pronunciation of this, Guys, the Final Fantasy VII cameo fighting game, which we actually could play on the stream if you're so inclined. Alright guys, well, we have our coffee, we got Bushido Blade going, and it looks stunning on the JVC PVM. So, without further ado, let's get down to playing the lightweight Bushido Blade. Oof, chilling. Ah, I love this game. Now, I am one of those people that usually just picks the same character over and over again. And, for Bushido Blade, I definitely have my favorites. The Zoro guy who looks like the Princess Bride who fights with a rapier is cool. But, actually, my favorite character is the guy who just got dropped right there. So, the other thing I love about Bushido Blade is that it's in Japanese and it's subtitled, which was huge for the time. But Kanuki is my favorite character. So you can see with Bushido Blade, you have a whole host of different swords you can choose, but each practitioner has their preferred weapon. So I'm going to go with the katana. with Kanuki here. Hey, Noel, I fell asleep on last night's live stream. Well, I'm sorry if I was in your nightmares. So what you fell asleep for was probably us watching a crazy ninja movie from the mid-1980s where a mustached ninja beat up an Australian ninja, and by beat up I mean stabbed him in an elaborate sword fight with trees and umbrellas and teleporting and bright colors. It was amazing. Godfrey Ho. So the reason we watched that, I don't know if Diego was awake or asleep for it, but Diego, a couple of streams ago, asked me who my favorite director was, and I said Ridley Scott because of Blade Runner. But then I thought to myself, like, Godfrey Ho's ninja movies are among the most entertaining things I've ever seen in my life. So, yeah. So Godfrey Ho. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, just go to the end of the last stream if you're really like desperate to see it. It actually is extremely funny. And I actually can show you another Godfrey Ho movie clip in this stream as well if you so desire. So we are playing Bushido Blade, and it's actually been a while since I played this. And it just can end as quickly as that. Ah, yeah. Fan of the channel. Remembers my old reviews, which I'm still doing. I actually just reviewed Fatal Fury Wild Ambition, and I believe you were the first comment on that review. I don't know, man. Like, I just do my thing. Like YouTube's algorithm and things like that are kind of beyond my control. I think I fell asleep around 12 or something. Cool. So you probably fell asleep during Battle Arena Toshinden, which incidentally, I just ordered Battle Arena Toshinden 3. I actually found a guy on Etsy who pimps out PlayStation Minis. And I gave him a list of 40 Japanese games, and he assured me that he is going to take care of me. So be on the lookout for that. I fell asleep. Sorry, Noel. Dude, don't apologize for falling asleep. It's like, the fact that you fell asleep to one of my videos is about as flattering as it gets. So don't worry. In fact, I'm sorry that I started the live stream so late. I normally would not want to start a live stream at, like 11 o'clock. So, I mean, that's the most time people are going to bed. Part of the reason I'm doing another live stream tonight is because I started so late. But my son is starting to go to sleep later. So, you know, it's, less conducive to early live streaming. Woo. We were actually simulcasting to. Oh shoot! He hit me in the leg. So it was a cool thing about Bushido Blade is he got me. Is you can just kind of ding your opponent and really limit their mobility, and then something like that happens. Yeah. Oh shoot! I have to order it, dude. I got paid today, and I will order it. I promise. Like, in fact, we could actually do. You know what we should do on this live stream, man? We will order Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate live on the stream. I'm going to grab my Chromebook, son of a gun, and get stabbed in the back. No, dude, we're going to do it live. Like Bill O'Reilly. We'll do it live. We're going to order, because you've been asking me this, rightly so. Dead or Alive 2 is one of my all-time favorite fighting games, and Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate is, as the name says, the ultimate version of that game. And I will order it live. The Chromebooks support USB capture devices. I believe they do, but here's the deal. The Chromebook is my job's Chromebook. I was actually kind of indefinitely lent it by my employer, the school. So I don't know if I'm really supposed to load it full of 90s anime. So, yes, you've been telling me for 3 years. Yeah, no, dude, yes, I have no excuse. I'll tell you what I ordered today with my paycheck. I ordered a gold-plated HDMI cable. I ordered a USB device for my PlayStation Mini. I ordered Goemon for the Nintendo 64, the Japanese version. It's the first Goemon game on 64. And I ordered the Japanese version of Nights into Dreams. Which is a better weapon, a gun or a sword? A gun sword. Yes, arrow. So Squall from Final Fantasy VIII definitively answered that question. He has a gun blade, and it is such a good weapon. So, especially when you hit R1 right before contact. Now, the cool thing about this game as well is that, if you get in trouble here, you can literally run out of the screen, and the background will change. But dude, you know how I complain sometimes about fighting games not being fast? Like, this game isn't, super fast, but it's fluid, man. Look at how fluid this is. You'll have times when you're, crawling, but it's, so exciting. Have you ever seen what happens when you beat the game by killing all the opponents while they're bowing? You don't get past the half of the game. It won't let you past it. And welcome, Tony. Welcome, Tony. Yeah. So if you try to, kill the guys before the fight actually starts, it won't let you past the guy the guy with the handgun. I do have some Funko Pops, actually. I have Notorious B.I.G., which my special ed co-teacher got me, which I treasure very much because I'm a big Notorious B.I.G. fan. And I have a Piccolo Funko Pop. My mom, who knows me very well, got me a Michael Jordan Funko Pop, because Michael Jordan's my favorite basketball player, and a Bob Ross from the Joy of Painting Funko Pop, because Joy of Painting was always one of my favorite shows to watch. In fact, Joy of Painting is one of the shows that got me to start doing live drawings, which I have not been doing enough of recently. That is actually something we also could do on the stream. It'd be kind of tricky, but I could probably tape up a piece of paper on the wall, and I could draw something live for you guys. That could be something fun to kind of add to the stream. Come on. Ah! I'm in desperation mode here. I still got her, though. Remake of Final Fantasy VIII in similar format to 7 would be interesting with Squall's weapon. It really would. I have the Final Fantasy VIII HD remaster on my Xbox One. It was actually one of the first games I got on the Xbox One. And it's really pretty. The only thing with those remasters is that it's kind of the reverse of how they were on the original PlayStation. Because on the original PlayStation, the pre-rendered graphics looked better than the character sprites, which were very beautiful. Now I gotta move really quickly here. Very beautiful polygonal artwork. Move, move, move. A moving target's hard to hit. Got him. No! How is he blocking with a handgun? Darn it, move! Go down, will you go down? There you go. I was going to say, the new HD polygonal characters, I think, actually now outshine the pre-rendered backgrounds, which back on the PlayStation, the polygonal characters were very beautiful and stylized, but the pre-rendered backgrounds were the things that looked like paintings. Hanzaki! I thought he was behind all this. Man, dude, it's like you're watching a movie. Squaresoft was just the freaking most exciting game company during this time. Everything they did was just a must-own. I mean, Squaresoft more than anyone is responsible for the PlayStation being the #1 console at this time. And I say that as a Sega Saturn fan. I mean, Sega Saturn is my second favorite. No, Sega Saturn might be my favorite console of all time. But the original PlayStation is just... Man, the original PlayStation and the Sega Saturn, those two are freaking beasts. And the thing is, PlayStation ended up edging Sega on the third-party support. The last movie you ever saw in the theaters, and what was it? So I didn't get to see this in the theaters because of the COVID, but Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, I was going to see in the theaters, and then I ended up getting it on live on demand because the movie theaters let you do that. So yeah, Sonic is the last big movie I saw. Crap. Last movie I actually sat myself down in a movie theater was Knives Out with Daniel Craig. He's basically like a Southern Columbo, and that is a fantastic movie. Like I went into that not knowing if I would like it or not. Because my wife said, like, hey, let's go see this for a date. And then, like, one of my best friends, this guy by the name of Joe Lehman, he knows I love Columbo. Like, Columbo is one of my all-time favorite shows. I watch it every Sunday on MeTV. It's part of my weekly ritual. Sunday is like church and Columbo. And when we can go, and before all the lockdown stuff, we'd always go to my mom's for dinner. And yeah, so Knives Out is just like Columbo, and it's great. I love the whole idea of the everyman detective, who everyone thinks is stupid, but all these like elitist snobs are just getting totally skinned by this guy who's just like outsmarting them, and they don't even realize it because they're so deluded and self-centered, and there's this like, you know, really smart, you know, a totally humble, common person that's also just like hilariously entertaining, and doesn't even realize it. I love Columbo. You should play Ace Combat. Play it in Japanese. Highly recommended. Cool. Will do. I've got Dodonpachi actually. For that came with my modded PS2. We could play some of that. This girl with her alternative rock gear is smacking me around here. I mean, actually, that's armor, but it looks like she's wearing like got you. It looks like she's wearing oh, come on. She's wearing like a flannel shirt. Have you ever seen the miniseries Shogun? I have not. That sounds very cool. Miniseries Shogun. I have not seen that. Is that with Richard Chamberlain? The guy from the Thornbirds, which is another miniseries I haven't seen. I mean, I remember my mom always watched it, and it just seemed like annoying. You know what miniseries I really like, and it's not to sound controversial here, but I'm a U.S. history teacher. And like the thing is, like, now race relations are getting kind of contentious in this country, but North and South is my favorite miniseries. I think as someone who teaches U.S. history, I think that does a really great job of, in an entertaining way, showing the ideals of both the North and the South, and also the kind of the dark side too, without getting too heavy. But I mean, I like to show my kids North and South because they really can kind of see what both sides were fighting for, and see the ideals and interests and the shortcomings of all the characters in that. And plus, it's got, you know, Patrick Swayze's like just this cool Southern dude, and it's not like it's honest, you know. And I mean, like it. You could argue that some of the historiography that it uses is maybe too romantic about the South, like borrowing from some sources from the, maybe like the 1930s or something like that. But I really think that they do a great job of showing what both the North and the South were fighting for, and the positives of both sides and the negatives of both sides. So, and it does it in a way that is engaging and fun to watch. It's like a soap opera. So, yeah, North and South. I'm a big fan of that. But I have not seen Shogun. Richard Chamberlain is in Shogun. The Last Samurai, Tom Cruise, but a lot better. Huh, interesting. Check it out, man. I will check it out. Oh, come on, bro. Oh, jeez. We will beat this game. I don't care if it takes us all night, damn. Move, move! I almost had her. Man, like, I cannot get over how good this game looks. That did it. Have you ever played Okami? I have not. That looks like a pretty game. That's the one with the dog, right? What a waste. Wait, the boss? Final boss? Your sword is stained with the blood of your comrades, yes. I am covered in band-aids, and I am going to take you out, you murderous old man. Got him. Wow. This will be the day that Noel finally orders it. Damn. Well, we did just beat the game, so we do have something we need to figure out something to do next. I should actually get the Chromebook up on the big 4K TV. Look at how pretty this looks, too, for the full motion video. Yeah, it looks great on this monitor. Why did you order Black Lotus to massacre my people? You know, this game's artistic style is very much like Toshinden, but maybe prettier. Correct, Noel. You play as a god dog. Nice. That was Japan's take on All Dogs Go to Heaven. It was a controversial sequel, but highly successful. I'm joking. None of that is true. The sky is so blue, just like back in Ryukyu. Man, I wish all games just subtitled, rather than just doing those crappy English dubs. I mean, sometimes the English dubs are fun. So there we have it, guys. That is Bushido Blade, a very pretty game, very fun game. I always just like the name of that company, Lightweight. It's a cool name to go with, like, a fencing game. Can I skip the credits? Not that, I mean, I hate skipping credits, but I think it would actually be fun to show the attract mode for this game because the opening to it is so pretty. Yeah, here it is. It is Chromebook time. English dubs are really just laughed at if they're ever recognized at all. Yeah, agreed. I'm not a dub guy. Like, if you like dubs, man, that's cool. And, like, sometimes, like, I'll throw dubs on, like, if I have, like, a VHS tape that's just, like, dub only, and if I'm, like, doing something, since I can't speak Japanese, if I want to be able to, like, do something in the background, I'll throw a dub on. But especially for more modern anime, I think the dubs have actually gotten worse. Like, in the 80s, the dubs were kind of, like, cheesy, but... And I say that not in a bad way, but, like... Now the dubs are, like, way too melodramatic, you know? Like, especially from places like Funimation. Like, I don't know. They just seem to be acting too hard. Ah. You know those goosebumps you're getting? That's from Bushido Blade. And Rika, who brought you, these Street Fighter EX games. Alright. Alright, Dakota, let's get our Chromebook. Bushido Blade makes me want to practice Kendo. No joke. Yeah, absolutely, man. I actually would love to actually, give that a shot. Again, I like to... Funimation has been taking the approach of localizing stuff and stuffing in politics. I've heard that they're doing that, but, I haven't watched any Funimation. Did they do, Full Metal Alchemist? Did they do Full Metal Alchemist? So, like, yeah, that might be the last Funimation. Like, I can't even remember the last Funimation that I've seen. I just remember, like, toward the end. Oh, I know they do My Hero Academia. I've watched a little bit of that, and it's just like, dude, the characters are so whiny. Like, shut up. Like, and the thing is, like with Dragon Ball Z, they overacted. Hey, Dakota, we got the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Chromebook right here. Yeah, so you know what that means. It's time to order Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate live on the man. Look at Jotaro getting sliced up by those CDs. Freaking Father Poochie. All right, so here's the 4K television. Well, actually, it sucks that new games today from Japan are not spoken in Japanese anymore. Yeah, that's like really stupid. Like they do that sound like okay. So for example, Final Fantasy VII Remake you can put in Japanese, and I do that, and it's freaking awesome. I actually had the played through the demo of that game. Sorry about that, which was in English, and you know that was actually like the voice actors in that were good, but you're right. Often in games like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, like that game is only in English, and I don't like the English voice actors in it at all. You know, so okay. JoJo Chromebook, HDMI cable. All right, I'm gonna power this on, and then I'm gonna get it on the big screen. And we'll use this for the historical record. I'm actually going to go in the other room and grab my my debit card. All right. So my school laptop, my avatar is Mystic Gohan. If I can actually get him to show up here. Where are you? There you are. That he's all blurry. But anyway. Okay. Have you ever cosplayed before? My password's all blocked out. And I highly doubt you'd want to get in and mess with my students' grades. Although if you did, it would be hilarious, you know, since one of the people on this cast actually is a student at the place that I work. So try to guess which one. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Okay. Here's my remote. Oh, you're probably saying you don't want to see my debit card. Yes, you don't want. I mean, yeah, I will totally keep that out of sight. So. All right. All right, hold on. Okay. Steady. Man, my freaking controllers always get caught in these computer chairs. All right, where's my remote? My Beavis and Butthead shirt. Okay, True Sinister. You won't have the CV number. Sinister, did you see we just beat Bushido Blade? So now what we're doing is we are ordering Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate on the Xbox. All right. Ta-da. Check out my awesome wallpaper. That diamond is in fact unbreakable. So, all right. So, what are we going to do? We bring this on the other screen here. Hang on. I hate all this like dual screen stuff. I still don't have the hang of it. There it is. Oh yeah. So this right here, we're talking about the last live stream. This is my my friend project page. It's like old MySpace. I've been raving about this since I found out about it. And if you actually zoom in, hold on, you'll see I've actually got my international channel videos here. Yes, I can zoom in. So right here, you see these are my international channel videos. My original artwork. You know, so yeah, this is my friend project page, and it is some cool beans right here. So can actually go through and listen to Catharsis, my young one. That is a blast from the past for International Channel. Yuki Kimura commercials. Then like we've got my weblogs here. Like check out this one here. Teeth and Plaque Conspiracies and Metallica. So here we go. So you can't really see it that well. Okay. So it basically says that plaque is a figment of the liberal media designed to get you to buy useless appliances and paste. And I've read the argument on both sides. And it's clear that Metallica is responsible for killing Napster, a wonderful utopia where I could find the Japanese opening to Tenchi Universe, which is sadly not available in my local Wall or Kmart locations. It's got Shaken Frylock there. So anyway, I'm having like way too much fun on this site here. Anyway, let's order some Dead or Alive here. Okay. It's weird. I've never actually seen this site on the 4K TV. Welcome to the Noel ComiX Friend Project page. This will be your #1 spot to see a cool guy, his friends, and most importantly, think about questions. What kinds of questions? Why isn't my Kazaa working? Is this burn CD going to eat me in my sleep? Do I have the courage to wear 80s jeans? Did my friend get AIDS because a syringe got caught in his Jinko jeans and poked him in the leg? Why are Adult Swim message boards filled with sarcastic Star Trek Voyager fans? Is Aqua Teen Hunger Force getting too dark? Should I have sold my soul for that MP3 player? And so on. So, yeah. Good stuff. eBay time. This right here was my Sailor Moon redraw. That was a thing going on. eBay. Okay. Dead or Alive Ultimate. Xbox. Zoom in here. Okay. So we got one for $10 here. Xbox, so that's Dead or Alive 5. This is the one we want. What? $129? That can't pop. That's a bid. I wouldn't want. This is what we're looking for. $20? Dead or Alive Ultimate new? Only on Xbox. I mean, I already have the first one, but I'd almost want to get this one just because it's got the more complete packaging. So, all right, let's do it. Noel ComiX. Buy it now. I do not want insurance on this game. Okay. You already have the other one, don't you? I do, but I kind of want this brand new packaging here. Yeah, buy it now. No, I don't want to add a plan. Let me buy it now. Okay, confirm and pay. I'm like getting the payment information not visible here. Updating. Here we go, Dakota. Alright, so should be here in the very near future. And when it is, we will play a brand spanking new Dead or Alive Ultimate. So, good freaking deal. Alright. So, that. How many Starbucks are there in Cortland? 1. And it can't hang with Coffee Mania because Coffee Mania is better. But Starbucks is still cool. I like Starbucks. Like, I like their macchiatos. So the stuff that Starbucks makes that's unique is, yeah, dude, I've just been playing a lot of Art of Fighting. In fact, we could actually play some Art of Fighting. We play some Art of Fighting 2, which is brutal. Um, so I think we lost viewers from like me just rambling on about social media and then ordering something off of eBay on a 4K screen. But that's just that's the price you pay for giving one member of the audience what they want. So, have you played House of the Dead in arcades? I don't have the Saturn version. Um, I played it, and I love the Sega Sanshiro. We used to have a lot of Starbucks. I've heard that Starbucks is closing some locations. My wife just told me something really weird that like they're closing 300 locations and then like opening up 100 locations. It's like, I don't know, there's something weird. It's like just I don't know what, like they seem like corporately they're doing some weird things. So I don't know, but like Starbucks is cool. Like they're like one of those companies that tries to be very bleeding heart liberal, and then it always seems to backfire on them. But it is what it is. Oh hey, Arrow. I know what we're gonna play. So last stream, Tony was like, "Hey, you should play Bushido Blade," and then Arrow was like, "I want you to play something very obscure and rare in Japanese." So we just played Bushido Blade. So what we're going to play now is a game that I have showed you in other streams, like the box. And actually, if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, like one of the early reviews I did about like 3-4 years ago was of this game. I think it was 2016. And the game is this. It's Daisuke Asakura's Media Romancer. This is a fan disc of my favorite composer, Daisuke Asakura, who was the composer for, and still is whenever he releases something, TM Revolution. So TM Revolution is like Japan's Prince. And then he was also, he did backup synthesizer for TM Network, which is this band right here. And then he also was the keyboard guy in Axis, which is like Japan's Pet Shop Boys. So, yes, I have mentioned this quite a few times. It's a really, it's just like, I like Daisuke Asakura. I like his music, and I just think this is like a cool game. And again, I'm like freaking a very well known game. So this is what we're gonna check out: Daisuke Asakura's Media Romancer, and I don't think we'll get any like copyright issues or anything like that. Again, our 5th live stream, I don't think it can be replayed because we played a bit of that Amuro Nami game, and it's like, I don't know, Avex is like super anal about even like a clip of their music being played, which is completely insane. I don't know. That's the only reason I can think of why that game is why that live stream can't be seen. So, okay. Once again, just look at how pretty, I know I say this, but look at how pretty Sega Saturn Japanese jewel cases are. It's just like, it's no wonder Saturn outsold PlayStation for a little bit in Japan, and like outsold the N64. Just good freaking stuff. All right. Luckily, I have that downloaded. Awesome. Well done, Arrow. Cool. All right. It's Sega Saturn time. And we have a Japanese Heather Gray Sega Saturn that I got from one of my Etsy friends. Refurbished and modded to play any kind of game. Japanese, backup, or American. I have a 4 megabyte expansion cart in the back of it, so I can play things like Final Fight and Street Fighter 03 if I ever get that, all the Marvel games. Okay, so Sega Sanshiro is back doing promotional Sega stuff in Japan, which makes me super happy. They actually have Sega Sanshiro's quote-unquote son. So, no, it's not quote-unquote. Like, Segata Sanshiro, he's assuming he's a real person, which we all believe he is. He has a son who sells Sega stuff in Japan. And so I just saw a picture of Segata Sanshiro holding the white Sega Saturn, and then his son holding the new little Game Gear. Something Saturn is not... yeah, Bernie Stolar can go to hell. He is... Like, don't even freaking get me started, because I'm going to just go off on how Bernie Stolar left a freaking pile of awesome Japanese games sitting in Japan, and then the good ones that he had, he poorly advertised. And I do have GoldenEye. We could actually play that. You know, like these kids today, like they're first-person shooters. Well, what we can do is we can show them the OG first-person shooter. Yeah, Bernie Stolar, freaking dumbass, man. Yes, you should be sorry for triggering me. It's okay, though. It's all part of the healing process. It's Funhouse. So, it's like DA is for Daisuke Asakura, but also digital analog. So this has a lot of music from his Electromancer CD, so this is basically like a promotion disc that is tied into Electromancer. Yeah, the Golden Gun. I have a horrible sense of direction at that game as well. So, but it's a cool game to play. We can actually, yeah, I can just pull that out, the GoldenEye. We can pop it in the N64, and you can either play it on this monitor or on the big screen. Although probably for here, it would probably be better to play on the monitor. But if I had guests over, I might want to throw it on the Trinitron. Do one of those like 4-screen, co-op death matches. Saturn really liked to flex its muscles with the full motion video. I love how many things you bring up. I know what you're talking about and can say something about improvement. Yeah, same, man. Well, that's why we all hang out together on here. Here's the Keytar of Eternity right here. Yes, please play GoldenEye. Okay, man. I will. GoldenEye will be next on the list. We'll play some Daisuke Asakura's Media Romancer, and then we'll play some GoldenEye. Now, I actually really like Duke Nukem 64, and I don't have it. This Virtua Fighter clone with TNA became much more popular than Virtua Fighter. Yeah. Well, we just ordered it, so... Dude, we should play Dead or Alive 6. Like, and just talk about all the things that are good and bad about it. I think my favorite Dead or Alive is... Oof. Man, probably 2 and 4, it's tight. Okay, so, this is Media Romancer. This is what's known as a fan disc in Japan, and you can basically just go into these different sections and, like, just look at different stuff about Daisuke Asakura. So, here's all these just different... pictures of Daisuke looking cool. Yeah, this is the game. It's amazing. Personal data about Daisuke Asakura. Body check. Let's see what this is. Play more shooting games. I don't play them. Like, I will play the ones that I have, but I don't have too many of them. So Daisuke Asakura has a brain tumor that looks like a computer chip. Daisuke Asakura also has really cool looking cataracts. So all this music in the background is like Daisuke Asakura music. Yes, he is the man. Daisuke Asakura has voices in his head. And this song, incidentally, is what plays in Daisuke's head all the time. Daisuke, his arteries are not looking very clear here. He's in need of some lotion, it looks like. Those dogs are in fact barking, so he needs to sit down. And that's how tall Daisuke is right there. Alright, good deal. 167 centimeters. Thank God for the metric system that I can't understand properly. So there's Daisuke's personal data there. And we can check out some discography stuff here. So, but I love all this, like, cool... This, like, artistically is the style I like to utilize. This kind of pop art 80s, 90s graphic design style. You know, it's really the aesthetic I enjoy. So we got some Axis playing in the background here. We can actually go and play this whack-a-mole game a little bit, and you can like unlock some video clips, which is really cool. So these are just different Axis and Daisuke Asakura solo singles. So, you know, Axis, they've kind of got that girly fan service thing going here. I really like Axis's music. It's very poppy and synth heavy. Singles. So here's more Axis singles right here. I have the Moonshine Dance Signal. Try Again's a nice song. Naked Desire was, they were just playing the backtrack of that. No, they're playing Lying Eyes, I think. I don't remember. Tears Liberation, Scandalous Blue. These are like weird videos about a male mermaid that is like, I don't know, in Hero's mind or something. It's just this weird girly fan servicey stuff, but the songs are awesome. Black or White, this is my favorite Daisuke Asakura right here. This is TM Revolution's first song, and it was through Daisuke Asakura. Well, Daisuke Asakura does the keyboards, all TM Revolution's music. He's the producer. But, you know, Team Revolution basically got his big solo break on this Daisuke Asakura single. So it's Black or White, Daisuke Asakura expand to Takanori Nishikawa. So here we can take a look at some Daisuke clips here. This is Space Paradise. Favorite 007 James Bond movie and why? That's a good question. Roger Moore's my favorite James Bond, and I'm gonna probably say it's a tie between View to a Kill and You Only Live Twice, the Sean Connery one in Japan. So those would be my two favorite James Bonds. I do like GoldenEye. I think the story's cool. As a James Bond, I like Roger Moore's James Bond the best. Because I think he's, like, cool and he's not, like, that huge of a jerk. Like, Sean Connery's James Bond was, like, kind of a jerk. And, like, I didn't think it was so much, like, he was being a badass all the time as much as he was like, dude, you're kind of a douche, you know? Like, I'm kind of rooting against you sometimes. But yeah, you know. So, I'd say my favorite James Bonds... How did you discover Daisuke Asakura? Team Revolution. and Hey 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 Music Champ. I found out that a lot of the songs on Hey 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 Music Champ that I liked were produced by Daisuke Asakura. So like they would say like Daisuke Asakura on the like for the producer slot. And so I just started like Googling Daisuke Asakura and like YouTubing his music, and just got really into his music. And he is my favorite composer, and I like his style a lot, you know. So I mean, I wouldn't necessarily you know, go running around wearing. I would wear these clothes. Yeah, never mind. I was gonna say like maybe this is a bit over the top for me, but no, it's not. I'd do this. I would wear these clothes. So, um, so good stuff. Electromancer is a pretty cool song here. You Only Live Twice and Tomorrow Never Dies are my two favorites. Cool. I actually like the Japanese guy and You Only Live Twice, James Bond's sidekick, which is named Tiger Tanaka. And I heard Frank Dukes actually, when he was kind of telling his tall tales, named named Senzo Tanaka after Tanaka in the James Bond movie. So You Only Live Twice has a direct connection to Bloodsport, the greatest movie ever made anywhere ever. But yeah, so I don't know, like how would I rank my favorite James Bonds? I mean, I do have like respect for Sean Connery's James Bond. So I'd probably have to go like Roger Moore number 1, then Sean Connery number 2, Timothy Dalton number 3, then I would do Pierce Brosnan number 4, Daniel Craig number 5, and then like George Lazenby, like, you know, he's cool and everything, but he just like he only did the one movie, so I don't like, and like that movie is like it's cool and everything, but it just doesn't stand out to me as like that epic a James Bond movie. So yeah, but I'm Team Roger Moore all the way, and I actually really like the music in the Roger Moore James Bond movies too. So like, you know, the Sheena Easton music from the Roger Moore James Bonds is good. The Carly Simon music is good. The Duran Duran music is good. Now, Aha actually did the Living Daylights opening, which was great for Timothy Dalton. I don't know, man. Like Timothy Dalton, I do like Timothy Dalton's James Bond quite a bit, but Roger Moore is better. It's actually pretty close with Timothy Dalton and Sean Connery. Siren's Melody. Ah, this is a nice song. Now Daisuke Asakura, so he, yeah, she's pretty. It's always nice when Daisuke has an attractive woman in his video. It's kind of like, that a boy. Stop sniffing Hero so much. Anyway, Daisuke Asakura is the keyboard guy in Iceman, which is a very, very cool 3-man Japanese pop rock group. Senzo Tanaka was used in You Only Live Twice. It's been forever since I've seen it. Cool. Yeah, it's what I heard was that he got Tanaka from You Only Live Twice. I don't really remember Siren's Melody video that much. This is a nice video. I like these Sega Saturn full motion video flexes that they do. Sega Saturn, man, I just can't freaking believe that this was Sega's most popular console in Japan. This thing kicked the ass of the Nintendo 64 thoroughly. Sega, for decades, had been trying to beat Nintendo, and they did it with this game. But this console was so poorly marketed in other parts of the world. Like, what the freak, man? But, like, for me, like, I legit bought this right when it came out. I got my Sega Saturn in 1996, and it's one of the best purchases that was ever bestowed upon me. Okay, so Daisuke Asakura is going to go to Mexico, and his best friend has been kidnapped by this cigar chomping guy wearing an urban sombrero. So we have to basically rescue Hiro. Oop, sorry, I messed up. That's what happens when you can't read Japanese. We won't play this a ton. We'll just do like one round of whack-a-mole here. So that's what a lot of these games were. They're basically like really cool information discs, with like just some different like little mini games and just info. This is actually really fun, actually. Now the timer is going down on this here, so I gotta be... Come on, come on. How many more are there? Oh, good. He's okay. So because we beat that, we get this really cool video clip here from Beat of Dream, which is one of my favorite Daisuke Asakura songs. Man, this is making me want to listen to Beat of Dream. Okay. So... Alright, one more whack-a-mole game, and then we're going to play some GoldenEye. This is actually more fun than I remember. We're going to have to, like, whack Jay Leno in a poncho here. He's fast, though. Ah! Oh, man. I'm not doing well at this one. He's too fast. Now I'm running out of time. What's my Chinese zodiac sign? I don't know. I was born in December. So there's Daisuke Asakura's Media Romancer. So if you can tell me what my zodiac sign is, I was born on December 18th. So there's my most obscure Japanese game, and it's a game I enjoy very much. So, alright, now, let's go to our Nintendo 64 games. Alright, I put my debit card over there. Hey, Diego. Alright. I pulled back so what was going on about, play Star Gladiator. We've got Star Gladiator 2. Okay, so where's GoldenEye? Fighting Force 64. I heard this game was supposed to originally be the new Streets of Rage, and then like the licensing fell through. This is an interesting game. It's a little clunky, but it looks cool. Where is GoldenEye? OG Super Smash Brothers. This game is underrated on the Nintendo 64. I actually like the N64 version of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Nice big sprites and, no load times. Plasma Sword. We'll do Plasma Sword, but you asked for GoldenEye. We're in the N64 games. Here's an interesting fighting game. War Gods. I don't have Mace the Dark Ages. I'm Sagittarius. Okay. Oh, so zodiac signs and constellations are the same, because I knew that I was Sagittarius for my constellation, but I didn't know that constellation and zodiac sign meant the same thing. So that's ignorance on my part. Sorry, I'm just looking for GoldenEye in here. Where's GoldenEye? There it is. Ta-da! Alright. So, we're going to move our Sega Saturn games. We will put the SCART cable from the back of the Nintendo to the Super Nintendo to the N64. I have not seen Iron Monkey. Sounds cool. Is it, wait, that's a Kung Fu movie, right? That was out in the early 2000s, I want to say. Early, like 2000, like 2001 through 5, something like that. I remember hearing about it, if that's what I'm thinking of. So, actually, I'll set my phone here, and we will do some swapping of chords while I grab a cup of joe. Okay, so another thing I should just order another SCART cable for the N64 rather than swapping the this back and forth from the Super Nintendo. We still have the last 64 game we played on stream was WCW versus NWO the World Tour, which is a great game. My favorite game on the N64 maybe, but now we're gonna play some GoldenEye 2001. Yep. Cool. Now, is this plugged in? Nope. Gotta plug it in. Okay. Why not invest in a splitter? I have one splitter, and it actually doesn't. I don't know if it's just the splitter's not good, but it doesn't look as good. Yeah, like the picture quality isn't quite as good with the splitter. So if I just like connect it right to the SCART female, everything is like really, really good. So I did have a splitter, and then just on a fluke, I decided to I'm gonna plug this in without the splitter and see what it looks like, and it looked a lot better. So, but that I might have just had a bad splitter too. So I don't know, but yeah, but it's all good, So different methods for different preferences. So all right. So let's plug in our N64. Unplug our Sega Saturn. Our N64, as stated in previous videos, are RGB modded. So we can get the best quality picture out of our N64. And the SCART cable that we use is a C-Sync SCART cable that is imported from England. So it's of a very good quality as well. N64, where is your plug? I actually had to unplug the N64 because as I was plugging in something else. All right. Yeah, I'm actually really excited I got that Goemon game. Peanut butter is good. Good deal. I'm a huge fan of the Syracuse Orange Perry's ice cream that's got like Reese's peanut butter chunks in it. It's like really good. So if you so it's like one of the good things about like living right under Syracuse, New York, where they have like the really good college basketball team, is you get like ice cream that's really good named after that basketball team. So yeah, people complain about living here, but you know, if you can avoid a meth problem, you know, you'll be good. So you get Syracuse Orangeman ice cream with peanut butter chunks in it, and it's just fantastic stuff. All right, anyway, GoldenEye. We're going to untangle our controller because our N64 controller is got caught a little bit under our wired switch controller. We are going to set up our... Yes, my reactions are always legend. All right, here's our wonderful SCART monitor. And it looks like we have to blow on the game. Or, worst case scenario, oh crap, I'm out of alcohol. Like, cleaning alcohol. So, I mean, and I'm out of drinking alcohol too. So, I could really go for a Not Your Father's root beer right now, but that is my drink of choice. But, I'm out of the alcohol that you can clean games with. I love your Beavis and Butthead shirt. I have the whole collection. I actually... You know, Beavis and Butthead make fun of Vanilla Ice, but I actually started really liking Vanilla Ice after I watched Beavis and Butthead, because they would show his videos and they'd make fun of him. I'm like, yeah, but I really like this song. So, that one song he did called I Love You, that they were like all crapping on, it's good stuff. Why aren't you working? You are plugged in. Let me test another game here. The Mortal Kombat Trilogy. See if this works. It's not working either. What's going on with you, man? Hold on, guys. N64 is having some technical difficulties here. Unless this game needs some cleaning. There it is. N64 is broken. No, it's not. It's fine. I remember I would always have to blow my games before I play them. Yes, just like the PS1 and 2. Yeah, well, it's also fixed itself like the PS1 and 2. They're all broken. Yeah, I just surround myself with broken dreams of yesterday. Alright, let me, I'd actually like to play some Mortal Kombat Trilogy, but we're gonna play some GoldenEye, gosh darn it. I know people say not to do that, but it works, and that's what we're doing. Either that or we're going into the kitchen cabinet, and we're going to try to mine for some alcohol. No, it's working. Okay. Because we actually might have some rubbing alcohol somewhere, but we're good here. This takes me back. I'm going to hit the lights. Okay, so, to all these kids out there with their Call of Duty and their Fortnites and all that other nonsense, this right here, this is what it's all about. My mom was in love with Sean Bean. She was super into this British miniseries he was in called Sharp, and it was like really annoying. Like, I like Sean Bean, I think he's a cool guy. and I've got to see him like in something I didn't think he did a good job acting in. But my mom like fawning over this guy was like really annoying. So, but Sean Bean in all his American movies he dies. So I always thought that was funny. All right, it's been a while. It's been a long while. Alright. Bungee jump from the platform. MI6 has confirmed the existence of a secret chemical warfare weapon from the old USSR. It's heavily guarded. Nerve gas. Lots of fun stuff. The area around the dam is well defended. Hardly a lover's sleep, James Bond. Be careful. Hate to think of you falling for anyone else. Money Penny. Alright. Oh no, this is like during the USSR. That's right. This is when 006 is going to turn on me. Who's shooting at me, darn it? I would always get my ass kicked whenever I'd play this with my friends at slumber parties. Get the golden gun, though, right? Sinister. This is very fun to play. I would just always get lost whenever. Gotta love the polygonal graphics on the N64 were like very nice, but they always seemed a bit smudgy compared to the Saturn and the PlayStation. But they seemed to be like more graphically accomplished. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like it's kind of like they were beefier, and there was like no load time, but the colors on the PlayStation and Saturn seemed a bit more vibrant. I don't know, but they all had their own visual styles, you know. It's just for certain 64 games, stuff could seem a bit smudgy. Getting lost on the first level. I'm tearing up watching this game. Yes, I am getting lost on the first level. That's why I'm not good at these games. I told you right off the bat, I'm not good at this game. I get lost all the time. I can't get down the stairs. There's the stairs. All right, so let's go back down the stairs. All right, now downstairs. No, down. I want to go downstairs. Are these stairs? Yeah, they're the stairs. All right, down. There we go. All right. All right, picked up some ammo. Now we can actually... I think we got another weapon here, right? How do I switch guns here? There we go. I actually don't even remember what I'm supposed to be doing here. Something about a bungee jump. I'm not good at these kinds of games. I'm having fun playing this, though. This is like when I played Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and I was supposed to sneak around, and I, like, single-handedly killed an entire army by hiding in a bathroom stall and picking them off one by one. It's like, you're supposed to sneak around. You're trash. Dude, I never pretended that I was good at this game. I should take some serious time just to sit down and, like, really master this game, though. This is a game that was always part of my childhood that I enjoyed. Everything looks the same, though. I have no map. Yeah, we're definitely going to play this together. Yeah. Alright, man. Well, here's where the gunshots are coming, so I'm just going to try to go to where the action is here. Ah, these guys are back here. Hello, fellows. I always hated aiming these things with the analog stick. Dude, fine. I'm gonna walk right up to you guys and just start shooting here. Ugh, whatever. Oh yeah, here's a switch. You can do it, Noel. Never give up. Thank you, Diego. I'm just gonna follow this truck. And I'm gonna hit this switch here. Security gates is closing. Please wait. Yes. We all have to play GoldenEye with Noel. Yes, you do. I would actually love to throw this on the Trinitron and get some people over. You guys can all come to Cortland. There's a crack shot right there. Who's shooting at me? I gotta take cover here. Where the hell are you? Oh, right here. Ooh, ammo. Alright. I'm already there. I'm already here. Yes, you are. Yeah, one more year, man. Alright, come on. Where do I go from here? I'm still lost in the first level here. There's a switch here. Maybe we can hit this. Yes. Please tell me this isn't the way I came, though. So I came in, that truck parked. There's a fence here. That's an... Okay, so I just set off an alarm. That probably wasn't too wise. I'm just gonna stand here and... Oh, there we go. I guess I was supposed to do that. Where the hell are you? Where's this guy? It's gonna be a quick year. When you have a kid, you really want to milk every little bit of time that you have. Because it's so fun having them little. So I'm in, like, no rush. Not that, like, dude, when you, like, graduate high school, absolutely. I'm just saying, like, can I shoot this lock? I'm just saying, like, I'm in no hurry for Santino to grow up, you know? Yes, you can shoot the lock. Look at me figuring stuff out. Shoot the lock. Yes, I got it, man. Is this the spot we're supposed to go here? All these guys look like Joseph Stalin. Enjoy them when they're young, yes. Oh, shit, I'm getting shot. Stop. There you are. These look like Stalin and Lenin. Okay, down. You probably dropped some ammo. There you go. Head toward the gunfire. Come on, come on! Who's shooting at me? Oh, screw it. A glorious GoldenEye, yes. This is a super. This is my favorite first. This and Duke Nukem 64. These are my favorite first-person shooters. My favorite third-person shooter is Dirge of Cerberus. These guys are barricading themselves in here. Can I shoot these barrels here? I can just walk around them. That's good. Looks like we're on the right path here. Wow, lots of these guys here. I need your weapons. Don't take this the wrong way. I mean, I don't know how other way they could take it, you know, but hey, man. We all... Uh-oh. I messed up. I shot the computer. Well, I screwed up. Well, look. If we can't have it, nobody can. No, this is the way we came. Nick Darling, Dirge of Cerberus was fantastic on the PlayStation. I'm glad I'm not the only one who knows that game. That game is criminally underrated. For whatever reason, it was poorly reviewed. I don't know why. It's a really good game, and it's got a cool story, too. And I don't know where to go now. I blew up the computer I was supposed to... I blew up the computer I was supposed to, you know, protect or whatever. Alright, I don't know. It looks like there's no way to do anything else there. So let's go around these boxes. Pick up a gun. Or ammo, as the case may be. I remember like EA tried to remake this game a few years ago, but it just didn't seem like it was the same. I don't know if that was wise or not, but whatever. There's like no one here, so I'm guessing I'm going in the wrong direction. Why can't... You can't go wrong with Duke Nukem, another glorious shooter. Yes, that is a good shooter. Am I going backwards here? I really have no sense of direction. I'm gonna climb up this ladder and shoot this guy. Okay. What now? I know I'm supposed to bungee jump. You can shoot the alarms. Oh, okay. Who's shooting at me? Where the... Oh, there. Okay. What do I do? I gotta get down here. There's the stairs. Go down the stairs. Stick to fighting games. I understand. I told you. I made no pretensions that I knew how to play this game well. And did I fall? Am I dead? No, I'm right. Okay, so I'm jumping off this thing here. Was that it? Okay, mission completed. All right, we did it. Wow, you actually did that right. All right, good deal. I figured it out. Well, I'm going to end that on a high note. So, it's not as pathetic as possible, but yes, I did it. Right, man. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without your encouragement, man. So, all right, we did it. We, mission accomplished. That's GoldenEye right there. So, what should we play next? So we should play some Plasma Sword. The Nightmare of Bilstein. This is also known as, whatchamacallit, Star Gladiator 2. We also have some, other great games for the N64, though. But yeah, no, that was fun, man. I got to play some more GoldenEye, get better at it. This was a game, like, I always played this game when I was at friends' houses in co-op mode and just hung in there as best I could, so I was never, like, that great at it. But it's definitely a game I enjoy, and I'm happy I own it. And it's something that I ended up getting, like, later, like, actually when I was out of high school. But I'm happy I own it. Yes, that's how you play a shooting game. Thank you, Diego. I struggled through it, but we did it, man. Good freaking stuff. All right. Cool, man. All right. Let's play some Star Gladiator. And I got to get the other N64, the other American N64 games I have to get. I got to get Duke Nukem 64, and I got to get Mace the Dark Ages. Because those are games that I always played going to friends' houses, and I liked. War Gods is an actually pretty good game. You should play more GoldenEye. Will do. I don't know how many of you guys actually want to see that, but I'll get better at it and I'll give it a shot. But I am going to take a little bit of Dakota's advice here, Rogue Drum's advice, and play some. So I'm going to stick to fighting games here. But I do like GoldenEye very much, and I will get better at it. And I did, and I beat that. I figured it out, man. Good deal. All right, Plasma Sword for the Sega Dreamcast. So, okay, where's our Dreamcast? We're gonna pick up our N64 controller and put it back like so. I also have Quake on the N64. I got that at like a flea market because it was really cheap, and I know that Quake is something that's like, it's a first-person shooter on the 64 that's got a fan base. In fact, what kind of sucks is that there was a guy making, Mace the Dark Ages is an OG underrated fighting game for the N64. So here's the deal. This guy was making Sonic Extreme for the Sega Saturn as a fan game, but apparently, like, he got tired of making it, or like fans were giving him a hard time or something. So he basically turned the engine into making Quake for the Sega Saturn, which is like really disappointing. Like, everyone wants to see Sonic Extreme. I don't know of that many people that are like dying to play Quake on the Sega Saturn, but whatever. So anyway, so here's our Sega Dreamcast. So Diego, what console did you have when it was like the mid '90s? Because I had Sega Saturn, and then I got Sony PlayStation after Saturn, thanks to the wonderful leadership of Bernie Stolar. Tanked. But it's so funny because like right around this time, Saturn was like tanking hard in the U.S. It was like, that's like when Seigata Sanshiro came out in Japan, and like that's one of the most endearing video game personas in Japan, and it was so big it got popular here, you know. So I mean, after the fact, but like Sega Saturn as they got a Sancho, I think got more popular in the United States because of YouTube. So, but yeah, so I was Sega Saturn, then Sony PlayStation, and then around 1999, I got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas, and I got Super Smash Brothers for it, which was fun. And I mainly bought it for the wrestling games as well. Okay, get our Dreamcast controller. Here's the non-Xbox version of the of Dead or Alive 2. Very cool Kasumi on a beach right here. Okay, where'd Star Gladiator go? See, I can't keep track of anything, man. Just took it out. Oh, it's right here. It's literally in front of my face. So. Okay. Wait, hang on. Oh yeah, I got to plug in the Dreamcast SCART cable. That was the Saturn SCART cable. I need the Dreamcast SCART cable. Okay. In the mid-90s, I had Sega Genesis, N64, PS1, and a Game Boy. Cool! I never had a Game Boy until 1999. I got the Game Boy Color, and then I beat the original Super Mario Brothers on it. Well, it's not 1998 now, but who knows what tomorrow will bring. It's good that you still have them, because that is some awesome stuff. I very much want to get a Vaporwave painted Game Boy that is refurbished, because I have like an OG Game Boy from the like late 80s that I got years later, you know, like when I was in college, and it's in rough shape. This is such a good game. I got this game at Ames. Like, I got Ames. I mean, I got Star Gladiator 2 and Evil Zone at Ames. And they also had Tales of Destiny, which I always saw that game. And I was like, I'm going to buy that game next time I'm here. And then, like, I never ended up buying it because Ames went out of business. So, I'm going to hit the lights. Oh, Hayato. OG Game Boy's tough. Survived like a nuke. Dude, I heard a freaking tank ran over one of them in Iraq and it still worked. My problem isn't that it doesn't turn on. It's just that the screen is getting all, like... The screen is getting all kind of, pixels seem to be broken in it. There was a Game Boy that survived a bombing during the Gulf War. That's what I'm thinking of. So you can see here, we have like all these cool like Star Wars trope characters here. And then like other kind of anime style characters. So really, really cool stuff. Great character designs. Will be Hayato. This game, very, very fast, smooth gameplay, Street Fighter style controls, and awesome 3D graphics. Capcom definitely knew how to do 3D fighting games, even though their bread and butter was 2D. I'm really happy they kept Street Fighter in 2D for Street Fighter 3. But Rival Schools and Star Gladiator are freaking amazing games. And I love the music in this game. This game really is, I think, an improvement over the original Star Gladiator, where aesthetically, I think Rival Schools 2 is worse than Rival Schools 1. I actually ordered the Japanese... Okay, so Rival Schools 2 on the Dreamcast is different than Rival Schools 2 for the PlayStation, because the PlayStation Rival Schools 2 is actually the second disc that the US got, but with some extra stuff that was cut from the US version. Soul Edge plus Star Wars equals Plasma Sword. Yes, absolutely. Nice music in this game. Beautiful artwork, too. Yeah, and the story of Star Gladiator is pretty cool, too. I'm not, like, I haven't, like, kind of delved into the lore a ton, but whenever I've, like, looked at stuff with Star Gladiator lore, it's always sounds really cool. You know, there was a Star Wars fighting game that was out on the PlayStation called, like, Revenge of Terras Kai or something like that. It actually came on a demo disc that came with my PlayStation in 1997, and it's nowhere near this game in terms of any form of quality. It's not, like, terrible, but it's, like, it's not an easy game to play. Not because it's hard, it's just, like, the controls are, like, really clunky and unresponsive. But this game is, like, buttery smooth, amazing music. Hayato is in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. He is. You know, we could try to play the Dreamcast version of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because on one of the previous streams we played the Xbox version, which is basically the same version, but they cut out the cool opening for Lord knows why. Come on. Got him. I have not seen the last two movies of the new Star Wars trilogy. Everyone says that the most recent one is terrible. I have no idea, though. But it sounds like if they had made the game more like Star Gladiator, it would have been more popular, so... I mean, I don't know, that's the thing, like, all these... I mean, I've said it before, and I don't want to, like, beat a dead horse, but... These, like, forced female protagonists in movies that don't... And it doesn't feel natural. It's not good. Like, I was playing Darkstalkers today, and, like, Morgan is the main character of that. And it just, you know, there's no, like, preachiness, like, look, we got a woman as the main character, look how bold this is, you know, and it's like, if you just tell a cool story, and you have an engaging character, and that engaging character happens to be a woman, like, that should be the draw there, not the fact that, like, oh, look at how progressive our film is. Last Jedi was such crap. Last one was good-ish. Interesting. That's what I thought. So I heard in, like, the second one they had Luke kind of be a bad guy. That sounded like... But, like, not like the cool bad guy. Like, I was hoping, like, Luke was going to be Kylo Ren, and they'd have to, like, pull him back from the dark side. But instead it just made it sound like Luke was kind of a jerk. Like, that's, like, what I've heard about the second one of the new trilogy. So it sounds like they've had all this, like, build-up for Luke Skywalker, and then it seems like he had an kind of an underwhelming, you know, role in that movie, and then he ends up getting offed. So I love Star Wars, but the new one sucks. Okay, yes, Plasma Sword, True Sinister. So, we did some Dice Chaos Sakura Media Romancer. We did some GoldenEye that I comedically got through the first level in, despite my terrible sense of direction. I did blow up the computer that I wasn't supposed to, but whatever. But it was mission accomplished, and now we're playing Plasma Sword on the Sega Saturn and talking about Star Wars. Not Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast. Excuse me. We also ordered Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate live from eBay. Last Jedi is a slap in the face to Star Wars fans. That's what I've heard. I've just heard it's not good. You know, okay, so my sister-in-law, she has a girlfriend, and they went to the movie, and her girlfriend is very into Star Wars, and, like, she's, like, super cool, but she, like, seems like she's a little bit too much of a Star Wars apologist. That's just my take. Like, I don't know for sure, but... So, like, my sister-in-law was saying that, you know, that she thought the movie was, like, really hokey, and, like, it just as someone who isn't a Star Wars fan, she thought there was a lot of, like, kind of forced, like, kind of ham-fisted fan service, not, like, sexy fun fan service, like, oh, look, here's this character, and now this character, and there wasn't, like, much substance behind it, and her girlfriend was, like, just, like, all excited, but everyone you know, the general consensus from what I've heard is that it's not great. And, you know, I've seen the original trilogy a ton. Luke and Yoda basically got crapped on Star Wars lore. That sucks, man. Because they're like that's such bullshit, man. Yeah, no, that's not cool, man. If you're gonna... okay, so, like, if you're gonna, like, redo this... If you're gonna, like, do a new sequel, you gotta have, like, you know... Give the fans what they want in terms of cool characters and that respect the originals. So, like, my whole thing was, like, if you, like, made Luke Kylo Ren, like, I think that wouldn't actually be disrespecting him. Like, it would be pretty cool, because then, like, Luke would have ended up taking the same path as Darth Vader, and then, like, the new kids would have to, like, pull him back to the good side, and then there'd be some, like, other guy they could all team up and fight or something like that. You know? Like, that would have been cool. Rise of Skywalker was a lot of damage control. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know, man. It sounds like Hollywood is just so insanely out of touch. And the whole political situation, it seems like they think that they can socially engineer people to try to, like, get the 2020 election to turn out the way that they want it to, and it's just... They don't know how to communicate. Like, this is the thing. You're not going to be able to socially engineer... First of all, you shouldn't be socially engineering people, but you're not going to be able to socially engineer people if you hold them in contempt. You know, like, if you're like, oh, I don't care about what these people like. You know, this is the message I'm going to shove down their throat, you know. No one's going to pay attention to it. There's too much forced inclusivity. Yeah, I hear you. J.J. Abrams just directed and wrote it from the start. It would have been acceptable. Interesting. Yeah, so, I mean, I like Star Wars, but I'm one of those people that was like, I saw the original trilogy a ton of times growing up, and then I saw the first of both of the new trilogies in theaters. I actually saw, with one of my good friends at Cortland Christian Academy, we went and saw the 1997 re-releases in theaters of the original trilogy, and then I went and saw The Phantom Menace in theaters and thought it was cool, although a little odd, but... You know, that fight with Darth Maul was amazing. And then I didn't see the second two of the prequel trilogy, and then the first one of the sequel trilogy came out on my birthday, and I went and saw it on my birthday, and it was really, really fun, and I really liked it. And then I didn't see the other two just because I think by that point, you know, my wife was pregnant, and you know, she didn't like Star Wars, and, you know, like, I just didn't get to go to the theater and see them, and I just was never into Star Wars enough. I saw the special edition in theaters, prequel trilogy too. Cool. Rise of Skywalker would work better without Last Jedi having been first. Interesting. Hang on, something about Dark Phoenix here. Okay, Force Awakens was basically a New Hope remix. Yes, it was. Yeah, there's no... Absolutely. The plot structure was exactly the same. Which wasn't bad, though, because, like, that was a really... Like, A New Hope is my favorite movie. Of the Star Wars movies, you know. I didn't like the fact that they made Luke and Leia brother and sister. I liked the romantic... I liked the love triangle with Leia, Luke, and Han. But yeah, no, I was hoping that you know, they were gonna do like a Hollywood Hogan thing where Luke went to the dark side. But yeah, the Kylo Ren thing just seemed kind of, I don't know. It was like it was okay. But again, I don't know. Like, I haven't seen the last two of the new trilogy, and from what I hear of them, I'm not like chomping at the bit to see them. It's like kind of the thing I would definitely watch with friends, but like on my own, I just don't know if I care enough, you know? Behold the plasma sword! They allow the combo of John Favreau. Did the Mandalorian do more Star Wars to be okay? I haven't seen any Mandalorian either. I just know Baby Yoda. Can we like do like a whole can we like do like a TV series about Chewie and Lando? Like, can we just do that? Because they're like the best characters in the series. Like, literally, like a Star Wars buddy cop show with Chewie and Lando. Do you have any idea how cool that would be? Like, Billy D. Williams is just this, like, smooth, you know, like, cool black dude, and Chewbacca as, like, his, like, you know, loose cannon sidekick. Like, I mean, I'm serious. Like, people need to take these 80s tropes seriously, because it would be much better. Like, America, I think, hit its cultural peak in the 1980s in terms of mass culture. The 90s definitely had some good stuff as well. The problem with the 80s and 90s, though, and like the late 20th century, and like maybe this is just me getting older, like there was too much of exclusivity of aesthetic. Like, for example, like in the 80s, it's like, well, you can't wear the 70s stuff, and in the 90s, it was like, you can't wear the 80s stuff. And if you actually take a look back, it's like the 80s and 90s, I mean, there was the big Seattle grunge kind of shift, but a lot of the structure is very similar in a lot of the mass culture in the 80s and 90s, and you can see it coming in some of the later stuff in the 80s. So anyway, I don't know. Like, I like 80s and 90s stuff, and people shouldn't be so hung up on what decade they're in. Although, but again, like I say that is saying that, like, you should be able to wear whatever kind of fashion you want whenever you want, and appreciate whatever kind of music and television you want. But you should also appreciate the spirit of the age as well. It's wonderfully done. It's not perfect, but fans enjoy it. Gargoyles on Disney. Yeah, that was a good show. I hear that they also have X-Men on Disney Plus. Well, I'm blaming me getting distracted on the conversation on that loss there. So, it's your fault I lost. I'm just kidding. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling about mass culture and fashion. But I don't know. It seems now like people are just less hung up on, like, the past is antiquated. Now it's like it seems to be more people like the past and see the past as like blending with the present more, which is, you know, that's what I like. Like, I mean, again, like, history is about continuity and change, right? It's like, yeah, stuff changes, but like the maintenance of the continuity is extremely important, because you don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater, right? If something is good, you want to appreciate it. You don't want to just, like, you know, just send it out to pasture for no good reason. Those old 90s shows on Disney Plus. You see, the 90s isn't old, man. It's the 90s now. As far as I'm concerned, It's simultaneously 1989 and 1997. With some 2004 thrown in for good measure. Freaking Stormtrooper Magoo over here. Go down, please. There you go. Yeah, I'm such a big fan of the Fox Kids X-Men. I don't think they ever did any adaptation of X-Men as good as that in terms of just the general package. I think Pride of the X-Men was much better animated, but I think that show did a good job of maintaining the spirit of the comic books, even if it changed a couple things story-wise. But it was definitely within the spirit of the comic books, and they got the look down as well. Although the artwork, the artwork was on model for the most part, but you know, it could have done a better job of looking like Jim Lee. Joking aside, I think people are already starting to feel significant nostalgia over the 2000s. Yeah, no shit, man. Like, I'm on that friend project. It's like all teenagers. You know, I mean, I went on there because it's like, oh, I mean, I want my MySpace experience back. So I went on there and I got it 100%, and it's like, oh, let me see who else is on here. And it's like literally like all teenagers, you know. And it's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna like friend request a lot of these people because like I'm 37, you know. But it's like it's a lot of young people, you know. So it's cool. Like people just like, you know, they understand what was good. They understand what was good about certain points in time, and understand that those points in time still exist. You know, like they didn't go away just because, you know, someone arbitrarily said you can't do this anymore. This is Bill Stein. This is Darth Vader in a Shriner hat here. I was trying to get cute with my super move, and that didn't work out. Got him. I was born in 87. I'm a cross between 90s and 2000s growing up. I was born in 82, and actually, you know, I'm really happy with what I saw. I'm such an 80s person, though. Like, the 80s are it for me, man. Like, I love the 80s. It's heaven on earth, pretty much. I say that, no, like, really appreciating a lot of stuff from the 90s, but like I was one of those people in the 90s that, like, you know, was always about the 80s. Comedically so sometimes, but definitely the 80s were my jam at all times. But I definitely appreciated the cool stuff in the 90s as well. There, I got him when he was charging up with no health. 32, practically the same age. Yes. Beat the game. But I think there were... Oh yeah, I love the artwork here. Bill Stein's Quentin Noyes. Hurry, Hayato. This place is gonna explode anytime. It's all over for good, isn't it? I hope so. Despite the search for Bill Stein's body, it was never found. Could Bill Stein still be alive? And it's our credits. So, there we have it, guys. That's the Star Wars sequel everyone wanted. Star Gladiator 2, The Revenge of Bill Stein. Or The Return of Bill Stein, one or the other. But it's great, great stuff. Okay. In video game tech, 82 and 88 are huge gap. ColecoVision versus Mega Drive. I have both and love both, and you're correct. I only have one ColecoVision game, and it's Donkey Kong 2, Donkey Kong Jr., and it's fantastic. You know, speaking of 80s late 80s video games. I have never played JJ and Jeff for the TurboGrafx, and it was called Kato and Ken for the PC Engine in Japan. And JJ and Jeff actually is on the TurboGrafx PC Engine Mini. So I was actually seriously tempted about giving that a go in this live stream here. So, unless you guys have any other suggestions, SG-1000 was a ColecoVision with a Sega logo on it. Well, that makes me want to get an SG-1000 even more. So, also the Sega Mark III. I just love how that looks as well. I love how the Famicom and the Mark III look. I like white consoles. That doesn't mean that I don't like other color consoles. Like, for example, like, I'm not like console racist, you know? Like, I love my green Xbox, right? This is beautiful. It's got Sailor Moon figures on it. So, anyway, what are we thinking? Do you want to play some PC Engine Mini, or do you want to try to play some? I do have. This game has gotten brought up. All consoles matter. Yes. But, you know, some apparently more than others. I don't know. Mountain Dew. Yes. Do you have Neo Geo Battle Coliseum? That's another game we could play. I know Diego had brought this up. So, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. All right, you want to play that? All right, let's do it, man. So, I have not played a ton of this game, despite the fact that I'm a huge Neo Geo connoisseur. So, we'll play some Neo Geo Battle Coliseum on the PlayStation. Alright. So, grab some more coffee. I know this game has, like, Robert and Rio, like, aged, so that they're, like, cool, older-looking badasses. So that I would assume that Robert and Yuri are married in this game. I had Neo Geo Battle Coliseum and I'm sure you're not surprised. Yes, I'm not surprised. Yeah, this is a great game. If my memory serves me correctly, it's a little hard to beat, because you actually, like, can't lose. Like, you don't get infinite continues. I think you have to, like, beat people in a certain order and a certain method to beat the game. So, this was supposedly... I've heard this was, like, you know, Capcom and SNK always have kind of competing products that are always similar. And Capcom had Fighting Evolution, which was not popular with a lot of people, but I liked it. And then, like, not long after that, they came out with Battle Coliseum, SNK, and this was very well received. And I can see why, because it's a really good game. Really interesting cast of characters here from a wide array of SNK games. And a lot of the stuff seems to kind of take place more in the Fatal Fury universe than the King of Fighters universe, where, you know, everyone is kind of like the same flat age. Everyone's kind of in their prime. I hear people say that this is the spiritual successor to SVCKS. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. SVCKS had a very unique look. This does too. Let me play this some more, because, like, I like this game, but I've not played it in a while. Like, I play SVC Chaos all the time. That's, like, literally my favorite Xbox game, so... and I've only kind of played Neo Geo Battle Coliseum in, you know, episodes throughout the years. I haven't played it consistently. So, the PlayStation is all tangled up here. Come on. I'm using a bookend that was discarded at my job as a stand for my PS2 Slim. Fun fact about me. Alright. Dreamcast. SCART goes out. And PS2 SCART goes in. Okay. If you want to get really fun, and this is, I think, an underrated King of Fighters game. We have King of Fighters 2003. There's some tag battle action right there. Okay. Would I like to load? Yes, of course. I had that double pack and the one before it. Cool. Yeah, there's Rio and Robert. Yeah, this game really has a nice selection of characters and some beautiful artwork here. Got the World Warriors, the World Heroes crew with the Metal Sluggers. It was one of those Atmoswave hardware, which is basically toned down Naomi. Interesting. Those of you who don't know, Naomi is Sega hardware. That's the arcade hardware for the Dreamcast. So it's a little more sophisticated than the Dreamcast. Oh yeah, this looks just like SVC Chaos. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hit the lights. I'll be right back. Made by Sammy. Yep. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played this game. I mean, I play the Neo Geo releases often. But this is one that I never played as much. Mr. Karate. Love the artwork here. Robert. Asura, I don't know what game he's from. Hanzo's from World Heroes. It's interesting to see this version of Mr. Karate. Yeah, no, this is great. Yeah, it's had this like weird gauntlet system. Same announcer as your report. Yes. Same fight at the beginning too. Yep. Yeah, this is like a better SVC Chaos in terms of its presentation, because I mean, I think I like SVC Chaos's roster better, and I actually really do like that. I don't know, I for whatever reason, I have a soft spot for SVC Chaos, but I think the presentation here is more vibrant.
go. I really wish SNK would do another Art of Fighting game. Art of Fighting 3 is very good. Yeah, like, I don't know. This is, like, stupid on my part, but there's, like, this weird gauntlet system with tagging in here, and I never completely grasped the whole concept of how this played. Jeremy! Sexy 90s band girl in a miniskirt who's possessed by the Orochi. Os. Nice artwork. Like SVC Chaos is for what, but this is better for how it is, if that makes sense. Yes, it does make sense. Sure, life recovery sounds good. Ooh, Rockin' Iori. Let's start off with Robert. Looks like he's a more aged version of his Art of Fighting 3 persona. Yeah, Robert's fighting style on this is more distinct from Rio's. It's too bad they didn't include... Is Yuri in this game? I don't think I saw her on the character select. Even Metal Slug. Some of the characters are from Izuna and Last Blade. Yes. Last Blade. That is an underrated game. So is she original to this game? Mr. Big! I don't know, man. Like, for whatever reason... I think when I first played this game years ago, I liked it, but I didn't totally connect with it. But for whatever reason, I'm really digging this game now. Robert's fighting stance is, like... it's different. What is up with this, like... Ah! So I think once you lose a character, are they, like, out? They're, like, out of your, circuit or something?
You lose.
Talk about 100 Mega Shock.
Continue.
Yeah, I don't need any service. Let's keep up with Mr. Karate and Robert here. So it's weird, because they gave Robert a goatee for his fighting sprite, but his character select sprite does not have a goatee. Hey, here's your Metal Slug. Mars people! Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think if SVC Chaos like presented itself more like this game with the Capcom characters, it really would have been something impressive. I mean, I don't know, that the whole purgatory thing I thought was really interesting, but it did lead to some underwhelming visual, not underwhelming, just it had a really interesting atmosphere, but it definitely seemed like it was not putting its most energetic foot forward. Got the USA team in the background there. Freaking, gosh darn it. This game is Atmos Wave game, and Neo Geo games are full of recycled assets. The irony. Yeah, Robert, he's got a different fighting style in this game. I mean, it's similar, but he definitely mixed some stuff up there. Do you charge in this game? I think it's more like alpha. Ah, great music here. I have the Game Boy Advance KOF game. Was it Neo Wave? The Game Boy Advance Neo Wave game. It's a good game. Unpopular opinion: prefer one-on-one fighters to team, like in KOF 03. I like them both. This game where they were like really into giving people goatees. How Maru's got a goatee. Man, he countered my move. Oh, what? I was blocking that. Neo Blood is what I'm yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Tradition is a heavy load. Well, we're not doing like stellar at this game, but at least I'm having fun playing it. Hopefully you're having fun watching it. Fine, we'll take some service. Let's 1/4 our opponent lives. They got Mark of the Wolves Terry. It's like all their classic guys, they have their more aged versions. I love Robert, but I actually want to do like Mark of the Wolves Terry and Mr. Karate. I think that'd be a cool team. I'm chilling. Cool. I love this Mr. Big Sprite. You don't understand. My son loves Art of Fighting. He had all the Fatal Fury, Mark of the Wolves guys in the background. Stand up. Lee! Or as my son calls him, Chinese Vega. They got Athena from SVC Chaos in here. I gotta say, as much as I like, and it's unpopular opinion, as much as I like Fighting Evolution, this game clearly has much more care put into it. So I think SNK definitely outdid Capcom here. Because I like Fighting Evolution, but that feels a bit slapped together. This feels like it's got real attention to detail. Buster Wolf! Like, I still am not 100% on, like, what is up with this, like, weird... It's like, it's part tag team, it's part King of Fighters. So I guess they've kind of used the Kizuna encounter system, where, like, the first person loses. That's the end of it. Interesting Terry artwork there. I know you keep saying interesting artwork, but I'm not used to seeing these, these pictures. Kizuna Encounter is a really good tag game that SNK did. The sequel to Savage Rain, Foon Ken, which has the weirdest premise ever. It's like, in the post-apocalyptic future, the martial art of the boomerang is the sign of hope for people in Neo Chinese controlled Southtown. Okay. What is this girl from? Is she from some SNK puzzle game? I don't know, but regardless, I'm going to be playing a lot more of this game because I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this game, I think. I mean, I enjoyed it the first time I played it, but I think I'm enjoying it more now than ever before. It looks like a KOF2 stage. O2 stage, yes. I always preferred Kyo's school uniform to his Nest's look here. And tag Terry in here. Wait, I forgot. How do you tag? Can I tag? Like, why isn't Terry popping in here? I was screw this, whatever. Ness Kyo, the Battle City Kiba version of Kyo. Oh, Kaiba version of Kyo. Yes, yes. That is what he looks like. Nice Yu-Gi-Oh reference there. Now, how did I tag in Terry? I'm gonna get KO trying to figure out how to tag on this.
You lose.
Well, I wouldn't have lost if you guys had a simple way to tag in my partner here. My name is
Continue.
Yeah, let's take some service here. I like that SNK's games got a reputation for being so ridiculously cheap. They started offering players handicaps. You know? We're gonna keep being Mr. Karate. Just seeing who else they got here. Rock Howard, he's so cool. Mr. Big, Mars People, Jeremy. It's an impressive roster of characters. Nice eclectic mix. K-Dash. What is Asura from? I don't remember that game. Mudman from World Heroes. Yeah, let's do Robert again. Fatal Fury 3 Twins, I know, right? Check the options. Alright, you're right. I don't know, man. Like, I just don't get... If it's not broke, don't fix it. Just have an easy way to tag in and out. What did I do to tag? Okay, I get it. Alright, it's just one of the trigger buttons. I'm used to hitting like 2 buttons at once, like Marvel vs. Capcom. So yeah. I think my favorite version of Robert is still the Art of Fighting 3 one. But we've definitely got the aged Talmaru, the aged Rio, and the aged Robert and Terry here, which is interesting. Okay, now I know how to tag in and out. You're literally trying every combination. It's true. Here's your Fatal Fury 3. If you have not seen the live action commercials for Fatal Fury 3 from SNK, it's literally one of the greatest video game commercials ever made. They're amazing. I mean, can you imagine a SVC Chaos with this style of presentation, with more thematic levels based on the previous properties? What? I win, right? So we got Mr. Orochi over here. I wanted Robert versus Dan and Ken. And I don't mean Mugen. I understand. Have you played KOF 2000 where they have the Robert and Dan's gi, and it's called Another Robert? So it's basically Dan in an SNK game. Oh, I'm sure this is going to be a massive bitch right here. Oh, look, absolutely. I don't even know how I'm supposed to get through to this here. Oh, they connected. Pretty music here. I really like being the old Art of Fighting guys, though. Ah, shoot. Ah! Block rush. Pinky color swap, yes. He is a clone. But it's Dan, man. Because Dan is another Robert. So. Yeah, I love that they did that. Block rush. I don't even know if I know how to do that.
Continue.
Like block and then dash forward. I mean, I must know how to do that. Alright, we're going to keep up with Mr. Karate and Robert here. Although Mr. Karate is... thank you, yeah, exactly. Okay. You're trying to punish when he's open. Time your dashes. Okay. Will do. I'll do my best.
No escape. Fight.
Wow, we really took a chunk out of his health with that handicap there. Okay, well that was easy.
You win.
There's a rhythm.
Well, continue.
Alright. Okay. Did we beat the game? Mizuchi falls to the ground. His knees bang against the Colosseum's stone. Appearing to be human, he's anything but. He's the world's will. His heart pulsates. This is all going very fast. Congratulations on your victory. Only one thing is clear now. The battle with Mizuchi was not the true climax. Something about March 2017. So I'm taking it we did not get the true ending here. But nevertheless, that was a highly enjoyable experience. So I'm guessing like Capcom versus SNK. You know, you got to fulfill certain conditions to get the true boss. The true boss is Eolith. He's an Ignis-looking guy with fire power. What do you got to do to get to him? Is he original to this game? Because I know that's not the boss. Who's the boss from KOF 11? That like weird pink guy that was a real bitch to fight. Can't think of his name. So yes, original. Interesting. It is 12:21. It's not super late. I mean, are you guys down for another game? Or do you want to, or are you all about ready for bed? We could, keep up with the, shot at the company Eolith, who did KOF 1 and 2. Do as much as you're able to. Okay. We could play some KOF 2003. I'm about to charge my phone and walk my dog. Well, okay, you do that, man. Well, you know. So you charge your phone in the house and then walk your dog. So you'd kind of be MIA, which is fine. You know, I did say we could try some Super Gem Fighters mini mix. So I think as much as I'm super tempted to play KOF 2003, we literally just played an SNK game. I gotta tell you, I'm like increasingly into this game after playing it on the stream here. I really had a good time with that. So I'm actually super tempted to play KOF 2003 or KOF 2000, but since we just played an SNK game, I'm going to pop in some chibi Capcom fighting action. Or we could play the PC Engine Mini. I don't know. This is tempting me right here. What do you want, the PC Engine Mini or the chibi Capcom fighter? What do you guys want? If not, I'll just decide something, but if there's a preference, I'll adhere to the audience.
Got Sting and Sonic and Tails in the background there. Either or. Let's play. I'm going to play the PC Engine Mini. It's been a while since I played that. True Sinister, you did choose last time. That is true. Alright, so we're going to actually slide over the our stand here. I'm super excited to get the my tricked out PS1 Mini. I think you guys will like that. It's got a lot of interesting Japanese titles on it, and we'll have a lot of fun streaming that. So, I'm gonna put the PC Engine on the 4K, just because I think that's gonna be a bit easier to show up on the camera. As much as I love having my mini consoles on the gateway monitor, I'm just gonna pop it on the big screen here. All right, where'd my remote go? It's right here. And we'll position our camera like so. All right. All right, I am going to hit the lights. This console looks great on this TV. I actually don't think I've ever played this on the big TV here. Super Darius. That looks tempting. Dragon Spirit. What kind of game is that? I bet that's an RPG. I didn't actually want to play that, though. I just wanted to look at the options here. No, it's not a... Oh, it's a shmup. Ooh, it's a shmup with a dragon. We're playing this. I know, it's an awesome menu. Shmup with a dragon. And you can shoot bombs at these Loch Ness monsters here. Yeah, this is great. As much as I love the Mega Drive, I understand why it had a problem competing with the PC Engine in Japan, because it had some great games. PC Engine had some great colors, too. The PC Engine Mini comes with Snatcher, but it's in Japanese. I mean, if they had put an English translation to Snatcher on this as, like, the big feature, I mean, this thing I think sold well. I didn't look at the data, but pretty much everyone I've seen who has one of these is, like, really happy with it. I always talk about Gajillionaire. I've invited him to some of these streams, and he says he's interested in showing up. But he's a busy dude. But he actually he had some videos pretty recently on his channel about the PC Engine Mini, and yeah, it's good stuff. He actually just uploaded some video that I haven't watched yet about Game Over. This is fun. I keep playing it. About something about like a Mario wedding license or something like that in Japan. So I don't know if you can get like Mario themed marriage licenses. If you can do that, though, I would do it.
I mean, I was like pretty adamant about having a Catholic wedding, but you know, if the priest and or deacon was dressed as Mario, that would have just made it even better. The amount of bang for your buck you get with the PC Engine Mini is really nice. I mean, you could say that about all of these minis, but PC Engine Mini in particular, they have some really good games that go for a lot of money because they, you know, were not as widely distributed in the United States, or you know, just has a, I don't know, more niche audience, and you get a lot of those games on here. I think like the one big game that's missing on this is Street Fighter 2 Dash Champion Edition, which that is an impressive piece of tech right there. Yeah, this is a great game. I mean, I'm always kind of one of those people. It's like, oh, just go with what you know. So it's like, okay, I'm just gonna keep playing not Symphony. I'm gonna keep playing Rondo of Blood, which is a great game. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh, there's all these other really good games on here that I, you know, didn't realize were on here. Ah! But I'm not that great at shmups, so this game's great. But we're gonna go back to the main menu. So, looks like here's a sports... Oh, this is cricket right here. There's literally a cricket game on here. So, super cool. Man, that Dragon Spirit was great. Fantasy Zone on the PC Engine. There's a Galaga. Ooh, Galaga 88. That's tempting. Necromancer. This is like some kind of like weird pinball game. The Kung Fu. This game... Gingafuki Densetsu Sapphire. I don't remember what kind of game this is. Let's check this out. It's a CD-ROM. Tokimeki Memorial is on here. But it's in Japanese. But I'm pretty sure I could probably find a translation for it. This looks like a really badass shmup. Man, PC Engine was just great at doing these intros here. You know, it looked like the PC Engine was not going to come out, the Mini, because of all the COVID stuff, but you know, the Japanese, you know, release was able to get some American buyers who were able to get their hands on it, and actually I got mine off of eBay from an American seller that, you know, he like, I think he charged about like $20 extra than what they were going for, but I was just like, you know what, I want this so badly, I'm just gonna fork over the extra $20 and get my guaranteed PC Engine Mini. And I love the PC Engine Mini, always great with the anime cutscenes and the J-pop. There's a really good video about the successor console to PC Engine that looked like a PC itself. Which girl do I want to be? Yeah, she looks cool. And, you know, it didn't sell that well. It's 2092. And we're going to do some shoot 'em up policing here. Stage 1. Oh, this is already amazing. Freaking awesome, man. Look at these. This freaking cyberpunk cityscape here. Another great thing about this shmup is I don't have to constantly hit the buttons. I can just hold the shoot button down. Bad thing about this shmup is I only get 3 lives here. Ooh, but I get to continue, though. Now, how many continues do I get? That's the question. They're pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good, yes. Come at me. Damn. Dude, if I get infinite continues on this, that's going to be awesome. Come into contact with an unidentified object here. Dude, the music on this game is beautiful. As is the artwork. This sounds like the soundtrack to WCW versus the World, aka Virtual Pro Wrestling, which incidentally I talked to the guy and he's putting that on my PS Mini. So that should be interesting to kind of play to see a little bit of the differences with versus the World and Virtual Pro Wrestling. But WCW versus the World is easily one of my all-time favorite wrestling games. Ah. Getting into some bullet hell here. Ah. I actually prefer this kind of shooter to GoldenEye, but I like GoldenEye too. Ooh, warning. Danger. Danger. Wow, that is a big shooting laser there. Game over. Oh, that sucks. Wah wah. Ooh, but I get 4 credits though. Alright, so that was a very fun game. Sorry. The other thing I love about the PC Engine Mini is you can just set it to English, so Japanese games with the menus in English, but oh look, we can actually switch to a TurboGrafx here. Look, awkward box art. Look at that cutting edge action there. Lee Carvello's putting challenge right here. R-Type. Like, if you look at how pretty the PC Engine boxes look, and then look how, like, I don't know why they thought that American audiences would think that this was better than the Japanese stuff, but this just looked, like, it looks cool, but it doesn't look anywhere nearly as beautiful as the Japanese stuff. Alright, I actually wish we had Kato and Ken on here, but JJ and Jeff, we're still gonna play. Because I've heard a ton about this game, and I've never actually gotten to sit down and play it. So basically, this is a video game for a Japanese comedy duo. And they had a skit on their show where it was like comedic detectives. And in Japan, they like did a video game based on that skit. But when they localized it for America, they tried to turn everything into like westernized. Let's see how it turned out. I like the sprites. They're big and comedic. Maybe Japanese just wanted to have all the good stuff for themselves. Yes. That definitely happens a lot. They leave a lot of the good stuff in Japan. Less now than before, but... Try kicking above the stump chump. This is a fun game. I wish they made a Hey 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 Music Champ game like this. They've got to be able to do that through, with some kind of fan brew. Didn't have any excuses as to they did before, but we know what we would have gotten, yes. Well, like, for example, like Street Fighter Alpha, they had the dramatic battle music from the movie in the Japanese version of that game. Oh shoot! I should have put that on my PlayStation Mini. Darn it! I didn't put the Japanese version of Street Fighter Alpha on there. This game is difficult here. Can I jump over these rocks? Okay, I'm just gonna jump over these rocks. Apparently these rocks hurt me. This is like Alex Kidd if he was a weird game show host. Freaking birds pooping on me here. I'm just gonna dodge some stuff here. Whoa. Am I jumping into the abyss here? Yes, darn it, what do I do? Ugh, game over. These late 80s games and their severe lack of continues. We'll just make the game very, very difficult, and that'll keep you playing. I'll do like one more go at this here. Maybe I needed to get like a running start. Can I get a running start on this? Whoa. Yeah, maybe that I needed to do that. Wow, that wasn't good at all. Alright, let's try this one more time here. I mean, like, quote-unquote industry experts were sure that the Genesis was going to lose out to the PC Engine in the United States, but, yeah, I don't know. Genesis had better marketing, and PC Engine had not ugly American box art, but kind of like awkward American box art, and left some good games over in Japan. Whereas Sega, they just brought everything over. And they had like Phantasy Star 2 and all that good stuff. Okay, so... Nah, damn it! I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. I don't know if I can get enough of a running start. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, man. I'm gonna have to, like, look up some kind of guide or something. Alright, we'll do like one more game on this here. We should play the Kung Fu. Military Madness. Newtopia. That game looks cool. Ninja Spirit. That game looks cool too. Space Harrier. This is a big freaking deal. Ease Book 1 and 2. That is a good inclusion of this game here. Like, dude, what the hell? Like, look at that box art. Like, whatever, man. Like, whatever. Alright. Good stuff all around. Lots of good stuff to explore. Now, take a look at this box art here. Okay? This is like the number 1 to 2 selling console in Japan, okay? Versus like just pink block letters, you know? Alright, we're gonna play The Kung Fu. Giant sprites, Bruce Lee beat 'em up action here. By Hudson. Yes, no, it's boring as hell. It looks stupid. That's why the TurboGrafx didn't sell in the United States. Crappy marketing. Okay, so big sprites here. And 2 buttons to work with. So just kind of got to get a feel for the flow of the game here. So, I mean, I like this game. A lot of people seem to hate on it. It kind of does the opposite with these like new platformers do, where they're like, oh, we're gonna like show you so much of the game screen that we're gonna make your character look like a freaking pea. This does the opposite. You don't have a whole lot of foresight in terms of what's gonna come at you, but you get these like gigantic sprites. Nice music. Great. There's a great clip of Macaulay Culkin raving about the TurboGrafx on Arsenio Hall. Hey, I tried to hit that thing. Oh no! Alright. I'm still just furious with Sega for making such a small Game Gear. Like, I mean, the novelty of a keychain Game Gear is like a cool idea, but not to have that. If it's first of all, it's overpriced, and second of all, I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem usable. I don't see how you can play a game on a 1-inch screen. It seems like it would be incredibly uncomfortable. Excuse me for yawning. I mean, they look beautiful. They've got all those different colors, and some of the games on it are cool, but, you know. Like, Pat the NES Punk, who I think can give some pretty annoying takes sometime, but can sometimes have some, you know, good commentary. Anyway, he was basically saying, you know, they're like, everyone's just dumbfounded. Usually, like, video game fans don't like Pat the NES Punk's takes, and I understand that, but like, he's like, this is insane, and everyone's like, yeah, this is insane. So, like, there's a 1-inch Game Gear. Alright, we're fighting, this looks like the guy that was involved in Watergate here. I'm blanking on it. G. Gordon Liddy. These older fighting games relied a lot on button mashing here. Just kind of semi-timing and button mashing. Almost got him. Yes, we got him. Alright, we won. Is this the next level here? Yes. But I think it's about time for us to wrap it up. So we've done about 3 hours here. Which, I mean, honestly, I'm so hopped up I could probably keep going all night, but I don't know. You guys are probably getting tired. It's probably getting a little late. So probably best to quit while I'm still nice and perky rather than start slurring my speech because we were kind of creeping up at 1 in the morning. So there we have it, guys. That was our live stream. Thank you for a good time. I always enjoy having you guys hang out and sharing my interests and tastes and giving me lots of fun stuff to talk about and just lots of cool personalities to interact with. It's really fun to hang out with you guys and to entertain you guys. In fact, I like it so much that it's like I try to do these like multiple times a week, not because I feel like I have to, but because I want to, because they're fun. But yeah, stay tuned to the YouTube channel for lots of other content. I'm going to, again, be reviewing some anime soon, some other games in the very near future. So keep an eye out for that. And then in, 2 to 3 days, we'll just do another live stream and just see what fun we find in the game room. So on that note, take care, and I will see you in the very near future. Good night, take care, and see ya on the channel for pre-records and then also for some live fun. So stay cool. Bye-bye.